Hello everyone. I'm coming to you live today because I tried making another video and it just didn't go well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this live. This video is in response to a question that I did receive on one of my last videos on sciatica. And the reason why we're doing this is because a lot of people who are maybe even too flexible, they don't feel the stretch as much. They're not getting the relief that they're looking for. So this video, I'm gonna show you 3 exercises that you should do in order to build up the strength to create support in the spine, but also I'm going to give you a last bonus strength at the end that's going to help further create that stability that you're looking for, take pressure off the nerve, and get your body to heal. Again, I'm Dr. Posa. I'm a corrective care chiropractor in Milton, Ontario, Canada, and I help people get over their spine-related health concerns so they can live the life they were designed to live. So if you do like this content, you want to see more, please subscribe to my page. And don't forget to like the video and share this with people that you know need to hear it. So let's do this very basically. Let's strengthen the sciatica, because what's happening is a lot of the times people are trying to stretch. And as they're stretching, some of you are not feeling the stretch. You're not targeting it well enough, as if, like, let's say you're here in the office, well, then I'd be able to target it for you. But how are you going to be able to get the relief that you're looking for? And a lot of the times it comes down to strength. You're actually missing strength. Now there's something called I'm gonna just get into the background and then we'll get into it. There's something called a lower cross syndrome. And lower cross syndrome, if I take this model here, is that the glutes that support your actual posture, because glutes are actually a strong postural muscle. So what they do is when these fire, you actually get support to your spine. They help balance out the low back and the pelvis at the same time. But on the flip side of things, if the glutes are weak, typically what happens is the abs in the front are weak. So now you're relying on not only the joints, the alignment of your spine, which needs to be addressed, but that's totally different than what we're talking about today. But what's happening here is there's too much pressure on the disc, there's too much pressure on these nerves, and that's the sciatic nerve. The sciatic is a collection of all these nerves, and they run down your legs. So the reason why people don't get relief is you could have a disc problem, you could have obviously nerve impingement issues, all kinds of issues with that. You could have a muscle imbalance, and that's what we're gonna address today. We're gonna look at not just stretching, because I've done plenty of videos on stretching, and yes, it's given so many people great relief, but one of the questions I got on one of my videos was, I can't actually get into the stretch, but I don't feel it the same way. And so how can I get relief? So this is for you, and I do answer questions. So if you do have a question on this video, by all means, you can leave it down below. But what we want to do is we're going to strengthen the glutes. So the first thing I'm going to get you to do is you're going to find, and I hope everybody can hear me because the mic cut out last time. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a nice flat surface, and we're going to do a glute bridge. Now, glute bridge, let me bring this back a bit. So you can see I'm in the office. So I'm in the office today, so I do these when I'm on my lunch break. So you're gonna find yourself a nice flat surface. You're gonna go on your back, and very simply, your feet, you want them together. So you want them touching on the inside. You want your knees slightly out. And what you're gonna do is put your hands on the ground, and you want your shoulders against the ground. And what you're gonna do is a glute bridge. Now, glute bridge needs to be where you're squeezing your bum. So you're doing this for about 5 seconds, by the way. You want this nice ramp that you're forming, but more importantly, your knees want to be outwards. So you want to be pushing out as you do this. You're really getting that squeeze in through the glute, and then you're going to let go. That was more than 5 seconds, but you want to do that for 5 seconds, and you want to repeat that about 10 times. So 5-second hold, 10 times, and I would do that in 3 sets. So it'd be 10, 10, and 10. Just have about a minute rest in between. You know, just give your body a little bit of that, that rest that it needs. In particular, especially if these areas are weak, you're gonna really feel that. Now, the next exercise that I'm gonna get you to do is gonna be a bird dog. Now, the bird dog are a lot of research behind this. It shows there's a lot of good things with this, but what it is people do this one wrong. And that's the problem with it. So what you're gonna do, again, find a nice flat surface. You wanna make sure that your knees are underneath your hip, but that your hands are underneath your shoulders. So you want this nice tabletop. Now, never look all the way up. This is a huge mistake people do, is they look all the way up. I don't want you looking all the way up. You don't want your head down, but what you want to do is you want to lift up enough and slightly where you're looking kind of down, but not up. So you want this nice posture position. And then from here, what you want to do is so I'll start with the right leg. You're going to bring your right leg up and then your left arm on the opposite. You're going to hold that for 2 seconds and then bring it back down. Now, this is where people screw up, is they're going to go in this position. They're going to do this, right? And then they have to switch to the other side. But as they switch to the other side, because again, the glutes are weak, the low back's in trouble. So what happens is they start to weave, their pelvis starts to go to the side. And that can cause a shearing effect in the spine. So you want to counter that. That's really where this exercise shines, is as I go to the other side, I'm making sure my core is strong, my balance is there, and I'm holding again 2 seconds. And then as I transition, again, there's none of the swing or anything crazy happening. It's back up, hold, and relax. These tables are a little bit wobbly, so that was a lot harder than you would think. But again, you want to do that you want to hold that again for that 2 seconds. But then more importantly, after you're done holding that, you're going to rest after about doing that 5 on each side. So you don't have to do 10 on each side because that would be a lot. I want you to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other, rest, and then what you're going to do is repeat that 2 other times. So 3 sets in total, just like the first exercise that I showed you. Now this next exercise I want to show you is a plank. Now why are we doing the plank? Because I talked about that lower cross syndrome. So all these people have the weak glutes, but what happens in the front? This part here is actually not strong. So we want to support your spine as best we can. Now why we like the plank is really simple. The plank doesn't put any, so you're not contracting your core, you're not messing up that low back. What if you have a disc problem that's causing this? What if you have nerve impingement? What if you can't move, you can't twist? Like, we want to eliminate all that. So you're going to go, I would start this on your knees. I want to make sure that you could do this on your knees. So your knees go down, and then what you're going to do is go on your elbows like so. And you don't want your bum up. This isn't not a plank, okay? The whole point of the plank is you're bringing your pelvis down and then you're holding this. Again, just like with the other head position, I want your head to be not all the way up. I want it to be kind of looking down. And you're just gonna hold this. You want a nice, flat incline, and you're just holding this. Now you're gonna start getting the shakes, which is normal, but you wanna start building up. So if you can do 20 seconds, great, then give it a rest, right? But you wanna do 20 seconds, maybe do it to 30 seconds, maybe even eventually get to 40 seconds, and then a minute. If you can do that, you're not only gonna have way more control with your core, but now you're taking pressure off those nerves in through the low back and that sciatica, which is the point of doing this in particular. Now, the last thing I wanna show you is gonna be, what was the last one? The last one I want to show you, besides the plank, the bird dog, those are the 3. No, those are my favorite. Those are the ones that I see the most, gets the most people the relief that they're looking for. And so try those exercises. I tried to do this fairly quick. Try those exercises at home. See how they feel. See how you're getting that coordination. If you want to, there's a couple other videos I've put out before that have the Superman. Those are other good exercises. That's something else you can do. But when we start with those, you're gonna really start to feel not only your glutes engage, but your core, and that coordination with the glutes is gonna take enough pressure off your disc, enough pressure off the low back that you should get the relief that you're looking for, especially if you can't get into a really good stretch position. Now, if you have a question about anything that I just showed you, I know this is live and I'm kind of all over the place, but if you have questions about this video after it gets posted, write it down in the comments below. I'll always do my best to respond. If you have like these really good questions that you know would be a great video, just let me know that, because I like to make video. I want to share with people because I know this can help you. I know I have people from all over the world that don't even have access to a chiropractor, let alone a good chiropractor. And we want to make sure that you have at least tools and knowledge behind what's going on, how you can get help, and do this naturally. Like, to be honest, like taking drugs and stuff, I get it. It's a very short-term type of thing. It gets you out of a pinch, but let's get you to heal. Let's get your body natural. Make sure you watch one of my other videos before too on all the nutrition that you should be taking. There's specific supplements you want to make sure you're taking that's going to help your body. And if, again, any questions about this, leave it down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my page. And I really do appreciate all the love and support I've received and all the people that are coming in and getting some great help. So thank you so much. If you need a chiropractor, go to a chiropractor. I don't know what you're waiting for. Go get help. It works. Proof is in the pudding. All right, take care.